Come have a nice day. Today is Monday, 18th of November 2024. This day, International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Men, raising awareness and acknowledging the importance of safe spaces and promoting equality, ensuring the well-being of all individuals. From the Indian history point of view, in 1803, the Battle of Versailles, the last major battle of the Haitian Revolution, is fought, leading to the establishment of the Republic of Haiti, the first black republic in the Western Hemisphere. Also in the 1809, in a naval action during the Napoleonic Wars, French fighters defeat British East Indian in the Bay of Bengal. So starting with the world news, including the Russian launches of fiery missile and drone attack on Ukraine reports. Seen Diddy Combs accused of obstructing justice while in custody. Two shooting incidents in United States, New Orleans leave 1 dead and 9 injured. Small plane crash leaves 4 injured in California. NHRA drag race finals interrupted. Biden becomes the first United States president to visit the Amazon rainforest, highlights the climate challenge. Bangladesh to seek extradition of Sheikh Hasina from India, says interim leader Yunus. So starting with the Hindu newspaper, briefly, King Charles protests Australian Senate censures indigenous member. Australian politician Senator Lydia Thorpe heckles King Charles III during the ceremonial welcome and parliamentary reception at the Australian Parliament House on October 21, 2024 in the Canberra, Australia. Ms. Thorpe's protest was disruptive and she did not respect the democratic institution. The motion said Australia's Senate on Monday, in November 18, 2024, has censured an Indigenous woman parliamentarian over the protest against the killing of King Charles during this visit to the parliament last month when she was accused the British monarch of genocide. Independent senator and indigenous activist Lydia Thorpe shouted that she did not accept Charles' sovereignty over the Australian movement after delivering a speech in which he paid his respects to the traditional owners of the lands. United States President-elect Donald Trump tapped big tech critic to leading the communications agency. Mr. Carr has fought against the regulatory lawfare that has stifled Americans' freedoms and will end the regulatory onslaught that he has been crippling America's job creators and innovators. United States President-elect Donald Trump tapped a Republican Biden Carr on an Elon Musk-backed critic of big tech to the lead of the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, calling him a warrior for free speech in a statement on Sunday, November 17, 2024. Mr. Carr has fought against the regulatory lawfare that has stifled Americans' freedoms and will end the regulatory onslaught that has been crippling America's job creators and innovators and ensure that the FCC delivers for the rural America, Mr. Trump said in a statement. Prime Minister Modi arrives in Brazil to attend the G20 summit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emplanes for Rio de Janeiro, Brazil to attend the G20 summit in Nigeria on Sunday, November 17, 2024. Alongside Mr. Modi, Chinese President Xi Jinping and his United States counterpart Joe Biden will be among the leaders attending the Rio de Janeiro summit on November 18 to 19. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in Brazil on Monday, November 18, 2024, on the second leg of his three-nation visit, during which he will attended the G20 summit. Mr. Modi arrived in the South American country after wrapping up a protective visit to Nigeria, where he had bilateral talks with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and interacted with the Indian community. Announcing Modi's arrival in the Brazil, the Ministry of External Affairs (MEA) said on post platform X. PM Narendra Modi lands in the vibrant city in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil to attend the G20 Brazil summit. It also shared pictures of the Modi's welcome in the airport. Now going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that fresh attacks are on as Manipur remains tense. Smoke and flames blow out of the vehicles which were set on the fire during the demonstrations after 3 bodies suspected to be the 6 missing persons from the Jibra district were found near the Manipur-Assam border on the Friday night in the Impal on Saturday. A tense Sunday unfolded for Manipur as more rioting and arson was reported, including the targeting of the homes of the several legislators and demonstrations. Despite curfew, even as the bodies of the 2 victims from a family that has lost 6 members to attacks from militants were found with the glory injuries, a discovery that could further inflame the ethnic conflict. The rapid deteriorating situation prompted Union Home Minister Amit Shah to cancel his Maharashtra election rallies and rush back to Delhi for emergency meetings. With the security officials, Shah will chair a detailed review meeting at the North Block on Monday as the center scrambles to contain the violence. The government has also dispatched CRPF Director General Anish Dayal Singh to Manipur. The rebels rocked political alignments as well as with the National People's Party (NPP), which has 7 MLAs in the 60-member assembly on Sunday, withdrew support from the BJP-led government in Manipur, claiming that the Environment Singh dispensation has completely failed to resolve the crisis and restore normalcy in the northern state. India test fires its first long-range hypersonic missile. Flight trial of the DRDO's long-range hypersonic missile being successfully conducted at Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the coast of Odisha. India on Sunday announced that the Defense Research and Development Organization has successfully test-fired the country's first long-range hypersonic missile of the Odisha coast, a step towards strengthening the military's capability with the new weapon system. The hypersonic missile is designed to carry various payloads for the range greater than 1,500 km for the armed forces. The Defense Ministry has said in a statement the locally developed missile was tested on Saturday night from the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island. It has achieved a major milestone by successfully conducting flight trial of the long-range hypersonic missile for Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the coast of Odisha. This is a historic moment, and this significant achievement has put our country in the group of the select nations having capabilities of such critical and advanced military technologies, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh wrote on Platform X on Sunday. Only the United States, Russia, and China have developed the technologies to field the more fast-maneuvering hypersonic missiles that fly at lower altitudes and are extremely hard to track and intercept. In the month of September 2020, India took the first steps towards developing a new class of ultra-modern weapons that can travel 6 times faster than the speed of the sound, Mach number 6, and penetrate any missile defense with the DRDO, carrying out a successful flight test of the hypersonic technology demonstrator vehicle HSTDV for the first time from the Odisha launch facility. Now, going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, after a slow start to capital expenditure in financial year 2025 due to the elections, capex recovery likely in the H2 financial year 2025, but 40 to 52% push needed to meet targets. As per the rating agency ICRA data for the May 15 major states shows that the combined revenue, receipts, revenue expenditure, and capex are required to expand by 30%, 26%, and 40% respectively in the second half of financial year 2025 to meet the budgeted target for the fiscal. The flagging pace of a complex has also been a concern of the center, which has already nudged departments and ministries to speed up the pace of the spending in the ongoing quarter as much as possible. After a slow start to capital expenditure by both the states and the center during the ongoing financial year 2024-25 that has been primarily attributed to the general elections earlier this year, a pickup in the second half of the fiscal is predicted on an increase in the government spending. Growth in the domestic demand bumps up India's net oil gas import bill by 15% in the month of April to October. India's crude oil imports for April to October rose 3.5% year-on-year to 140.2 million tons, while the oil import bill for the period rose 7.6% to $81.7 billion. India is the world's third largest consumer of the crude oil with an import dependency level of over 85%. India's net oil and gas import bill for the first 7 months of the current financial year 2025 rose by nearly 15% year-on-year, primarily on the back of higher import volumes of crude oil. Liquefied natural gas, LNG, and petroleum products aim at rising demand and stagnant domestic production per latest data from the Petroleum Ministry. Lower value of the country's petroleum product export also contributed to the expansion in the net oil and gas import bill. India's net oil and gas imports in value terms for the April month and October month period were at $79.3 billion, up from $69.2 billion a year ago, per provisional data from the Petroleum Planning and Analysis Cell (PPAC) of the Oil Ministry. Now, going towards the science and tech, we have from the Amazon rainforest, Joe Biden declares nobody can reverse United States progress on clean energy. President Joe Biden speaks following a tour of the Museo da Amazonia, Sunday, November 17, 2024, in the Manaus, Brazil. Joe Biden witnessed the devastation of drought up close as the first sitting American president to set foot at the Amazon rainforest. Speaking from the Amazon rainforest, President Joe Biden declared Sunday, November 17, 2024, that there is no going back in America's clean energy revolution, even as the incoming Mr. Trump administration vows to spur fossil fuel production and scale back efforts against the climate change. Mr. Biden, the first sitting United States president to visit the world's largest tropical rainforest, saw up close the ravages of deforestation. The Amazon, which is about the size of Australia, stores huge amount of the world's carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas driving climate change, but development is rapidly depleting the long verdant region where rivers have been running dry. New infectious diseases among the bees threaten world's economies. A western honeybee rests on a clover flower in the Frankfurt, Germany in July 12, 2024. More than 75% of the food crops, fruits, and flowering plants need bees, wasps, beetles, flies, moths, and butterflies in yield the successful harvests. A significant chunk of the world's agricultural productivity and nutritional security relies on the small insect pollinators. More than 75% of the food crops, fruits, and flowering plants need bees, wasps, beetles, flies, moths, and butterflies to yield the successful harvest. This is why threats to insect pollinators, including the pesticides, pollution, and climate change, endanger the economies of the entire country. A new actor on this list is infectious disease made worse habitat loss. While the declining of the population of pollinators, particularly bees, has been well documented in Europe and the North America, data from biodiversity-rich regions like the Indian subcontinent are scarce. In fact, most of the what scientists know about the bees comes from research on managed western honeybees, Apis mellifera. United States health officials report first case of the new form of mpox in a traveler. Health officials said that they have confirmed the first United States case of a new form of mpox, monkeypox. Health officials said Saturday, November 17, 2024, they have confirmed the first United States case of a new form of mpox that was first seen in the eastern Congo. In the report's first case of the declared first variant of monkeypox, the person had traveled to eastern Africa and was treated in the North California. Upon return, according to the California Department of the Public Health, its symptoms are improving and the risk to the public is low. The individual was isolating at home and health workers are reaching out to close contacts as a precaution, the state health department said. Last, there is a famous quotation by a famous scientist of India, C.V. Raman, whose full name was Sir Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman, birth on 37 November 1888 up to 21st of November 1970, known as C.V. Raman, was an Indian physicist known for his work in the field of light scattering. Using a spectrograph that he developed, he and his student K.S. Krishnan discovered that when light traverses a transparent material, the deflected light changes its wavelength. The phenomena, a hitherto unknown type of scattering of light, which they called modified scattering, was subsequently termed the Raman effect or Raman scattering. Raman received the 1930 Nobel Prize in Physics for the discovery and was the first Asian and the first non-white to receive Nobel Prize in any branch of science. In 1917, he was appointed the first Palit Professor of Physics and Ashutosh Mukherjee at the Raj Baza Science of College at the University of Calcutta on the first trip to Europe, seeing the Mediterranean Sea motivated him to identify the prevailing explanation for the blue color of sea at the time, namely the reflected rayleigh scattering light from the sky as being incorrect. He founded the Indian Journal of Physics in 1926. He moved to Bangalore in 1933 to become the first Indian director of the Indian Institute of Science. He founded the Indian Academy of Science on the same year. He established the Raman Research Institute in 1948, while he worked to his last days. The Raman effect was discovered on 28th of February 1928. The day is celebrated annually by the Government of India as the National Science Day. Mr. Raman says a very famous quotation. He says that the true wealth of a nation consists not in stored up gold, but in the intellectual and the physical strength of its people. Okay, thank you.